2-1 for adaptation, as they are going to be force buying here. The CZs and head armor absolutely terrifying. So they do have lobby control. All of the T's are going to be outside, though. As
primarily not by choice.
No,
they just kind of force them out.
They
Seems
got scared.
like they're kind of scattering.
Yep,
And we don't want to see that.
Invert taking down Waffle of Thugs. And Alien will trade that kill quickly, but there is 2 more down here. Mason smokes off his own teammate, then gets shot through his smoke. So that's unfortunate. Shackrak getting a big pick onto JMZ. And this is looking pretty darn good for DreamTanks, but Drossel will pick up 1. However, I cannot see them winning this round. They are maybe just going to try and grab the guns that have been downed and get away with their lives. As the stream is still down. It is up. Alright, good. I just need to refresh.
Oh, just stream started playing in the background for me, so I had to alt tab there. Drossel saving the AK, that's big. Hopefully,
Surprised Handle didn't go for one of those AKs that were down secret either. With 3 guns being down, you'd think he would have went for one. Blame Davey, they already do that, don't worry about it.
They're running towards Drossel here. I don't blame him for not peeking.
No. I think adaptation's starting to get a little sweaty here, to be honest with you. They're like, oh crap, we're on CT side nuke. The score is 2-2. No, this cannot be happening.
My 3rd round op didn't work.
I don't understand. It's nuke. It's totally an op map.
Right.
Anyway, so the gun is going to be by himself over here in the ramp, as the rest of the team is going to be stacking towards upper, all up in that rafters there, with the exception of Mason, who's going to be working his way up the secret stairs here. He's going to be peeking outside really aggressively with that CZ. Does not spot anything, so they know the T's plan. But it doesn't matter, as they are going to be taking over that A site. Well, I actually said A site. Thug Waffle picking up 2. Mason getting a quick trade onto CMV. And he is going to try and pick up the guys inside site, but it's not going to happen. Thug Waffle again coming up with a huge 3K.
Player to watch there. It seems like Thug has a good hold on things. Getting most of the trades. I'm noticing that a lot of his teammates bumping into each other a lot.
Yeah.
That's something that's gonna become more harder as this progresses with such small narrow choke points and the CTs having guns.
Shackrak is going to be bringing that op towards outside, but he is not able to. He does spot Invert in the big garage, but he's not able to take him down. Invert is now going to be spying through that smoke, but a well-placed nade by Thug Waffle is going to take him down. But Mason JMZ quickly trading. 2-for-2 handled is going to take down one inside lobby, but CMW quickly takes him down. It is now a 3-on-2, but Drossel is working his way up into radio here. He's maybe getting his flank on. And it looks like Shackrak is just going to be holding for Mason. He knows he's in the back of Big Garage, but Mason is just jumping up and down, trying to keep some info for his team here. And if Drossel knew they were both outside, he might push through lobby here and get some much-needed information for his team. But he has not been doing that.
Is perfect.
He's
anything,
definitely
he should
cutting
hold that.
back the fallback. Yep. He can hear one now, maybe, coming through T-spawn. He might have heard him, he might not have, but he is still, like you said, just holding down that lobby. I don't like that DreamTanks is split up here, but they haven't. He might just pick up CMW here. He is going to shoot him in the back, tries to connect with the shot, does, just barely, and then JMZ will take down Shackrak inside of Mini. The score is now 3-3.
That was a good attempt by DreamTanks to try to get a little bit of control on outside. They did get the early pick. The crossfire, the gaps in smoke, they need to watch out for those. The smoke actually was, the gap in Big Garage was actually pretty big. I was actually surprised they didn't watch that as they were crossing.
Yeah. Well, they were able to take down Invert, but they got overwhelmed and outshot really. As
Invert in pushing radio with an op.
JW
Is the confidence really showing here?
Definitely, he's gonna peek around that corner, will take down CMW and fall back. That JW style opping there, just sort of pushing random things with an op and hitting the shots as he did there onto CMW. And all the T's are inside that lobby. Sorry, I keep yawning, but ooh, JMZ
Wow.
taking down 3 quickly. Thug Waffle never short of compliments.
I like
his
this
opponent.
guy. We need him in more games. He
I
needs to be
I can't tell if he's being serious or if the salt is real. Like if he's just
Right.
so upset that he played
nowadays.
there. Like, well
Nowadays
well
we
played.
assume it as
Yeah.
sarcasm.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
But definitely would like to see a little bit of that coming from Adaptation as well. Maybe a nice shot here and there.
That does force DreamTanks onto a save, and Adaptation not playing with that same anti-eco aggression that they have been in the past.
Alien does have a flash.
They are going to be running through the smoke here. Drossel does spot them, but he is just going to drop down, make the smart play, get down into lower. But he says, screw the smart play. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to re-peek and run up the ramp, but he is not.
They're just at a choke point. They're pretty much contained in ramp now.
Are they falling back to lobby? Yes, they are. And they are going to be running upper, but Handled is going to be right here on top of the vent. He is going to spot one, but Alien with a huge pick onto Handled. Somehow, Handled is not able to get that kill. And Invert coming up the ladder with 1. JMZ coming through mini with 2. Invert knows he's getting flanked, does take him down. And a rather quick cleanup there by Adaptation, but that could have went really poorly.
Right. Luckily for them, they'll have one more chance here with a good gun round. Plenty of nades. I just feel like there's a lot of hesitation. Excuse me, coming out from DreamTanks. With the way that this map is set up, I just don't see them getting rounds if they play this way.
Yeah, Adaptation hasn't done a whole lot to convince me yet. They haven't really, like I said, they just haven't really done anything all that great, to be honest. But this round, it looks like they're doing a little bit more team-based stuff, and I really like to see that against these teams. And Invert does
That body
get
just
another
dropping.
I like the way Invert ops. I like his positioning. Drossel will take down Thug Waffle, but Shockrock getting a quick trade onto Mason. Invert is going to re-peek again, does take down Alien. Takes a little bit of damage, but nothing major. Handled with a pick onto Lixo coming out of Hut, and is now on Shackrock, the 180 ping warrior who now only has 150 ping. So
A little bit better progress.
inside that squeaky.
And we're really seeing Adaptation really dominating here, as they should be on CT.
Yeah. They had a little blip there at the beginning, but it doesn't look like they're going to let it get too out of hand. As he is just going to be sort of holding inside the hut here, waiting for a push. Adaptation isn't going to quite give it to him yet, but it will just be a matter of time, I believe. As they will soon find out or acknowledge the fact that he is saving, and Shackrock apparently is playing without headphones as Drossel is going to come around the corner, take him down. 2 kills for him, 2 for Invert, 1 for Handled. A nice hold all around the map as DreamTanks tried to work picks, but it just didn't work for him.
I think you jinxed him. You might have jinxed him because now he's up to 190.
Oh, poor guy, my bad.
It might not have been the headphones, it might have been the lag. And we're back to another save. It's just going back and forth with this. They're on an eco. They don't buy head armor.
Oh.
Mason abusing the fact that they have no armor.
But CMW will shut him down, and Alien will shut down Handled. So again, Oh, is he going to be able to spin around and get Drossel? He pulls out the AK. He does. Not a very good round. Oh, he takes down JMZ. It is now on Invert. Invert versus Alien. 1v1. D-Nuke. RGN Summer's End Tournament. Does it get any better than this? No, it doesn't. Invert with that P250 in hand. Alien does run another fight, and he just sort of just kills him real quick. Very anticlimactic. I tried to hype it up, but that just didn't happen. But not a very clean, anti-eco though for adaptation.
Right. And I think it's really just the confidence. It might be boredom because that seems to happen pretty often as well. Because CT Nuke is really boring if you play against teams that like to execute, which it seems like DreamTank's kind of not by choice are doing here.
Mason does get into the secret stairs. He does spot the operator. He's gonna pick away out, but Shackrak takes him down right after the dink. Nice opening pick for them. And they are gonna get another one and another one, but a lot of damage coming down. And I wouldn't count Drossel and Handled out of this round just yet. They can position
especially
themselves
not with the T's just kind of confused about where the picks were and where they should lead into.
Yeah, you can see they're a little bit disoriented to say the least, but again, Lixo with that 9 HP is able to take down Drossel, so bite my tongue, but Handled will trade that kill rather quickly. Not quickly enough, but he is going to walk around. He's going to spot CMW here in a second. CMW spots him first, takes him down, and a nice round there by DreamTank.
Yeah. So just throwing this out there, let's just say DreamTank's very, very CT-oriented team.
They're doing well right now.
11-4 is a good half for them. Do you think maybe they can come back from that?
I think with 11-4, you're way too dependent on the pistols.
Right.
And I feel like...
But we have seen them. They did come off of Eco win.
They did, yeah. But like I said, I feel like with 11-4, you're just way too dependent on the pistols. Shackrak again, this team just full of compliments. I agree with Felix. Remove the human gammas mod. But regardless, going back to this, Invert getting 2 huge picks outside, Drossel getting another one pushing radio. That's it. And they definitely came back really quickly. They recovered really well after that last round upset, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'd like to see DreamTanks kind of switch it up, do an aggressive play, maybe nade outdoor, rush out inner. It's this style of picking players off just doesn't seem to work because they get the picks and they don't know where to lead into, so it takes them so long just to get into a site and actually get the bomb down. And it just seems like adaptation. They're abusing that.
Yeah, they definitely are. You can tell, it's experience versus non-experience, really.
Right. Just timings alone are playing a big factor in this because adaptation knows where to position themselves at what moment
and there's
in time.
The bomb going down in Hut for no reason at all, and Handled will take down a second one as they try and just sort of walk out of Hut. And Handled is going to be pushing into Hut, getting a little bit aggressive here. CMW take him down. Mason with the quick trade. Mason with a quick second. Alien will take down Drossel at ramp, but they're not going to let that get away for long, as Alien will take down Mason before he gives up. So he goes down with a fight.
I was waiting for the nice shot from Mason. We'll just pretend like he said
not
it.
Not going to happen. If he's anything like Warden, that's definitely not going to happen.
Ah.
No, that's not. I'm not saying bad things about Warden. That's definitely not going to happen.
Agreed. He, as a veteran of the game, you kind of get to the point where egos are a big factor in your play.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not even meant to be a negative thing. Like you need that ego to make plays, right?
Right. Confident plays like Handled pushing into lobby, getting the kill on Alien.
Mason
now on the flank.
Gavin just getting taken down, but Invert trades that kill real quick.
Nice shot. Invert closing it down, making sure they can't get up heaven. And he picks up the Negev.
Of course. Can't let that go to waste. All that money spent.
It's an expensive weapon.
Yeah. And they did kind of force buy last round. They're force buying again this round. Like I said, this 11-4 half is not that great for DreamTanks because they really rely on the pistol to keep their morale up, right? If they lose that pistol round, then that goes to a 12-4. You're ecoing, right? Even if you're force buying, you know, it's just not going to be that great. So it's going to be really tough on team morale.
And one thing I noticed is Alien has $700 left on the last round, and
no smoke
no smoke
or molly. Could you go smoke molly?
Mm-hmm.
Even just throw it at your teammates. If anything, just use it. Mason running into lobby with that Negev. Does take down one, but is quickly traded off.
I want to see Shaq just drop the Nova, go for the Negev.
Get in there, Shaq. Come on.
That might be the play.
Hey, with his ping, that might be the gun to use. Oh, his ping's down!
Oh.
Down to 40 ping. No wonder he's, not doing as well as he has been previously.
In before it goes straight back up just because you said something.
Did it really? Oh, I thought you were being serious. My God. JMZ, a little bit upset, but nice little, kind of a quick cleanup there by adaptation.
They were already pushed through. They had a read on where everyone was, and they were just ready to just quick flank in the event that they did come out upper. And 11-4, adaptation going into T side. I don't know. I just feel like, even despite the fact that DreamTanks did manage to get the 4 rounds, without this pistol round, it's gonna be rough. I agree.
Yeah, and just even on, like I said, just on morale alone, right? They kind of like what we saw in the LDLC versus iBuyPower match in that Face It tournament in Italy. Like, after they went 59 rounds on Inferno, and then LDLC ended up losing, like, you can't recover on the second map after that. Like, after playing 59 rounds of Counter-Strike just to lose the match by 1 round in, like, 10 overtimes, right? It's too mentally draining. And it's the same kind of thing here. They know they're the underdogs. They're playing on the CT side. If they manage to win the pistol round, they can be like, all right, guys, we can do this. Like, we've got the pistol round. Let's go. 11-7, right? But if they lose this pistol round, I think it's just going to be too demoralizing for them to be able to come back here.
I agree. And one of the tough things about this, too, is we did kind of get a preview of how their CT positioning is on the previous map on Inferno, and we do need a little bit of coordination.
Starting off well. They stacked that upper, the T's just sort of ran out, and no one was able to get any kills for the T's here, but Handle does manage to pick up 1, and 2 of them are really lit, so this could end up...
It's once again in a situation where they had it in their control, and then they let them get away and reposition. I would just like to see them just chase down these guys. Let the guys with higher health maybe spot for them. That's a good way to close it around.
That works.
I was kind of scared for them with Handled and Drossel both being able to sit back in lobby and maybe wait for the pushes. You definitely don't want to all go upper just because the bomb is up there.
Yeah, those... they did just try and rush out upper, but DreamTanks was just sort of there. They were inside that. Like, they had 4 of them in upper, I believe. They stacked that upper and just sort of they planned for it,
Right.
And it worked out well for them.
We have this beautiful double smoke at radio.
That's what you like to see.
And now we have no smokes left on anyone on the CT side.
You don't need them. As Lixo does take down Mason with that bomb up on Twinkie. Drossel gets taken down by the scout of the 180 ping warrior, who is now down to 40 ping.
Need to update that so he's now the 40 ping warrior.
That's not as good. It doesn't work the same. We call him the former Swede.
The former Swedish. The player formerly known as the Swedish player.
And they are just going to be coming into ramp here. CMW gets one. Can he get a second? No, he can't. He is just going to drop down into that lower bomb site. But they are chasing after him quickly. He does pick up handled. Invert right there to trade. Grabbing that UMP. Dinks Thugwaffle here at ramp, but Thugwaffle's having none of that. Takes him down with the FAMAS. Pretty clean round there for DreamTank.
Right. And I'd like to see this carry out into the gun rounds. They're definitely not a bad team in terms of aim. Their positioning and coordination is a little bit sloppy. No offense to them, but I'd like to see them coordinate a little bit more and use that aim, because they are getting these trades. And you're talking about a 16-0 main team, despite what anyone says about them trying or not. This is a 16-0 main team with aim.
Yeah, definitely it is. But Shockrack will take down 2 outside with that scout, as they are going to be trying to pick up one of them here, but some spraying going on, no kills being connected, but Invert will pick up one in upper, grabs that M4, gets down to Secret. Drossel picking up a P250 headshot onto Lixo outside. Shockrack will work his way back with that scout, waiting for his teammate here to come up Secret.
Maybe shoot him a gun over.
Oh, he got away. Oh. Here's a, oh no! Gets taken down by Shockrack. He sort of just missed everyone.
Right. And I did catch a glimpse of that.
Oh, Dinks says that Thugwaffle says no, and shoots him in the face. So this is going to be the first buy round, I think, for both teams. The first full buy round.
Trying to read
Invert
what
pick
they're
up that up?
saying in chat.
Twitch? Or in game?
In game. For some reason, Alien said "Rest in peace, server."
Maybe they were lagging a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm gonna hit tab and see if our 180 ping warrior's back. No, he's not.
Unfortunately, still in the US.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of VAR lag in the HLTV. I don't know if that's server related or not, but either way, first buy round here. It is going to be an upper execution. Nade, smokes, mollies, everything is coming out. I actually haven't seen a molly yet, but JMZ will get taken down running through the smoke by Alien. Takes down the second one. Nice flick shot there onto handled. Lixo, Thugwaffle, each coming in with one of their
Beautiful
own.
hold.
Alien takes down the third one, and just clean and easy, just completely shut down that upper take.
Right, and that's a prime example of where their aim is really showing. There was no counter flashes, there was no mollies. They defended just purely by aiming. Actually, I wouldn't know if there were counter flashes. It happened in a split second.
Yeah, that was really quick. Everyone just sort of dropped. But I'd really like to see Adaptation do something a little bit slower. They know that DreamTank has had trouble trading so far, so I'd like to see them sort of go work picks together. Trade on their own, play their own trade game.
Right,
and they just did right there, but
they keep working this outside where, surprisingly, our Swedish player is doing a terrific job defending.
Yeah, they've done really well outside, actually. The rotations have been quick. I'm a little bit disappointed that Drossel gave up control of ramp just now. He had control, but I would have liked to see him hold control. But they are going to be going back towards upper now, and the CTs have set up for that upper site specifically. And they don't know there's a second one on top of HUD. He should be able to take down both of them. He does, and the score is now 11-9 for Adaptation.
Something told me DreamTanks were a CT Nuke team. Might have been the map pick, but we're just going to pretend like that wasn't the case.
Well, regardless, another force buy here coming up from Adaptation. They have really struggled getting the entries just about anywhere on the map here. They do have 5 smokes this round, though, so And JMZ didn't buy head armor just to buy that smoke, so I hope they're going to be doing something specific here with all these smokes they have. Looks like they're going to be doing an outside take, but the smokes they threw, they did run out before the smokes actually popped. They are going to be trying to get across the secret here. They have done it with the bomb in hand, and the other two players are going to be on their way towards ramp. Now, Thug Waffle is waiting inside that lower site. Smoke coming out onto the bomb site. No one coming out the doors just yet, though. Mason is going to be coming out right now. Gets spotted by Thug Waffle, taken down. Can he pick up the second? Can they trade the kill? He does pick up the second. JMC does trade him, but then everybody just dies. I didn't even know what just happened. Everybody just dropped. And again,
I just
really
don't understand what's happening. It seems like DreamTanks are rotating a little bit slower than they should be, especially with the bomb being down in the lower site. But somehow they manage every round to just knock the players out.
Yeah.
Despite the awkward positioning some of them are actually in.
They really are just out shooting them right now.
Yeah.
Like they really are. I mean, everyone, for the most part, I mean, I guess I don't want to make too many excuses for them, you know, that's not right, but...
Oh!
Yeah. He was very, you could tell, like, his nice shots from earlier.
I'm happy it was on Thug Waffle, just so I can hear, or read him
so we can see
complimenting.
The salt just dripping from the CTs.
Lixo with a good flank there.
Yeah, it manages to take down two. But Handle is going to be working his way towards that lower site. Shackrak is there by himself. Handle does take him down, but he does get peeked by the vent, and Invert takes a shot, does not connect. When he does come down the vent, he's going to force him to peek. This is a really strange situation here. But he doesn't peek. He might assume he's going to be coming to the door. He does, and he gets peeked out, pre-fired by CMB. It is now 11-11. Make a wish. Tie game.
You didn't see this coming.
I didn't. Like I said, I did.
I didn't either. I will be honest.
That pistol round. They really, like I said, like I was saying before, they really needed to win that pistol round. They did. I did not expect them to keep this momentum going through all the rest of the rounds, though.
They're doing
in
a
a
good
row
job
on CT side.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fantastic for them. Handle does have that op in hand now to hopefully get some picks. The boost is going to be coming in outside here. He does spot Shackrak, but shoots prematurely. And does get taken down by Lixo,
wow.
peeking Mini. Huge shots coming in here from DreamTanks, as they are now going to be working their way towards ramp, but they are going to get smoked off yet again. It is not looking
we have
good.
two CT players trying to control outside when it's already being controlled by someone with an op. And just lack of intel.
Takes him down. The game sense by Drossel to just assume that Shackrak had pushed up there to the red box, clears it, does take him down. And
the crossfire at ramp.
CMW though. It's everyone just dropping. And Drossel is going to be in a 1 versus 4 here. Cannot take down CMW. Again, round going to DreamTanks. 12-11 the score.
Right, and I think Adaptation might be a little bit worried at this point. Maybe they weren't expecting really good positioning actually coming out from DreamTanks. If you watch that round where they were going ramp, we actually had Thug Waffle Hell shooting down a guy, and as the second player was set up to trade on him, we had CMW coming up the ramp and killing him. And I like seeing that. And we're definitely seeing DreamTanks play a lot better.
As Invert has worked his way up ramp.
And Shaq with that shot through the smoke onto JMZ.
Jeez.
That's... Shaq is apparently a beast on CT outside.
It does look like it. Nothing is going to be happening.
Standing out in the open and just
They're
hitting
going
shots.
Back towards ramp. Invert getting the pick onto CMW. That is a huge entry into that ramp. They are just going to drop down straight away. Going to take control of lower as we still have two players up in upper. Shaq is making his way down secret though. Invert will take him down, and both players are going to be making their way down the vents now. Alien getting one. Mason quickly trading him off. Now a 1-on-3. Can Thugwaffle, the MVP for his team so far, take this one? He does take down Invert.
Oh, that
That's
was
a
a
good
dirty
start.
shot.
This is now a 2-on-1 situation. Mason just getting control of Toxic Room, but Drossel will take him down. And finally, Adaptation picking up a round here. But DreamTank's economy looking really pretty right now. And they are going to be buying. Shakrack does have that op again. And some drops coming out for Adaptation. So if they don't win this round now, if they lose this round, their economy is going to be really bad for the rest of this half.
Right. I feel like this is the momentum swing that Adaptation needed.
Yep, and that's a
definitely
huge entry pick by Indy. And Mason. They just ran out into that upper site, took him down. Now, what do you think
this
that
is a
changes
situation
for the rest of the map here?
I feel like they need to just save at this point. There's no point in running through smokes and trying to retake.
I think that Adaptation needs to make sure they save too. Their money is not looking good.
Right. Dropping this op will definitely help. They know where he is. They're hunting him down. They're giving up a few more guns than they probably would have liked. But dropping the op is definitely important in that. They're definitely going to have to break the economy of DreamTanks because they've won consecutive rounds and they have plenty of money.
Well, that's what it looks like they didn't manage their money very well, as 3 players are down to bare minimums here, but 2 of them have tons of money. So they really didn't manage their money very well, but they should be able to still buy next round even if they do lose this one.
They saw the opening. They're realizing that the aggressive play.
Invert just running out into ramp with that P250 and taking down CMW. Sorry to cut you off, but that was too funny. He just ran out of ramp room with the P250 and shot CMW in the face.
This is a good play by Adaptation. They know that playing that upper could be difficult. They might stack it, which they did. DreamTanks did stack on this round.
That turned around real quick. They got the picks and then they all spread out and kind of ran around and died by themselves. It was a really strange play by them. Wouldn't like to see it repeated too often.
Yeah, luckily for them, they do have the lower sight.
And Drossel coming up with two huge shots there at the end.
And it looks like money not looking too great. I'm sure DreamTanks can drop here and be able to buy, but with the way that Adaptation has the momentum swing, it just looks like they might close out here, unless they can definitely come up with something big. 2 of them did force buy on CT, so Alien only with a CZ. Shaq, who probably wants a scoped weapon with the FAMAS.
And Drossel getting a huge entry. The second.
2.
Can he get the third here? He cannot. CMW will shut him down from his little rampage, but Lixo picks up 1 coming into the site, and now the fate of DreamTanks is all on Thugwaffle coming from Hut. He's going to be peeking out here. He's going to be walking around the Hut door here. He's going to be peeking out. He shoots at the blood spatter on the wall, takes down Invert, handle trades it quickly, and that is the 15th round for Adaptation.
It was a next-gen play.
Point.
He wanted to see... Right. He saw the nothing video. I don't know if you saw the nothing video, where sometimes you might want to just shoot just to see if they'll peek, and they did just that.
I didn't see that, but makes sense as we can see. So a force buy obviously coming in from DreamTanks. We see a Nova in the hands of Alien, 2 FAMASs, 2 M4s, not very many nades, and Adaptation has took advantage of this and just rushed outside. But Alien does manage to get 1 with that Nova, but Mason Invert quickly traded off. Drossel getting 1 of his own. JMZ getting another 1 out of his own. And Mason finishing off the round. Quick last round. Mason gets that Operation Bravo breakout. Operation Breakout. Case gonna have to message him and ask for that. And Yep, match going to DreamTanks. Or adaptation, what am I